We flew out to LA to meet the mastermind behind one of the biggest screen print shops in the world. I'm talking this guy has worked with all of your favorite celebrities. Kanye West, Desto, Dubb, and there's some names that we can't even name. Shh. And the craziest part is that he started this with absolutely nothing. How did he take $0 and flip it to where he is today? In this episode, we're gonna break down everything behind all-purpose branding. We're gonna show you all the behind the scenes. How does he do crazy prints? Where does he find these employees? How does he get these celebrities to trust him? We're gonna break it all down. My name is Eric, and this is Behind the Brand with All-Purpose Branding. You don't wanna miss this one. You know we stay giving y'all free game. This is actually the screen print shop, if you guys are wondering. A.P.B, all-purpose branding. And clearly they're moving work. I mean, pallets of this shit. Look at all these pallets. This is what, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 pallets. Bro, motherfucker is trapping out 10 pallets on a fucking Friday afternoon. He's pushing out bricks. Second observation, it smells like a screen print shop. Smells like the inks are cooking. Wow. We're really doing like federal shit. Like nobody has even said anything to us on like, why are we here? We're literally like random people with a camera and a mic. We're doing federal shit, like investigation for you guys. Let's just keep going till they kick us out or even ask us why we're here. Oh shit, they got awful lot of it. Damn, that means they know how to do the printing across the sleeves. He's printing across the sleeves. Look at that. That's that freaked out shit. Most screen print shops can only do like just the front. The fact that they're printing across the sleeve is like a different plaque or a different palette. We're gonna have to find out. Like we're gonna have to dig deep in like FBI shit, bro. Like I'm going federal for y'all.
Superline wholesale.
Yeah, what's up, man?
Good, bro. How you doing, man?
You guys work here?
Yeah, I work here.
You work here?
Yeah, I'm a partner with them. But we're printing something special today.
Can you show us? What are you
Yeah,
printing?
they're printing some shit for Rolling Loud. Damn, y'all popped up at the right time.
Yeah, we're going FBI investigative work right now.
We got Matt on the manual press right now.
This is Matt?
This is Matt right here.
Hey, every screen print shop has a Matt with the beautiful hair. If the hair don't look like that motherfucker ain't printing it right.
He ain't printing it right, bro.
Somebody's gonna be able to trip if we report that shit.
Oh, we gotta be careful.
Yeah. See, I told you guys, this is the biggest screen print shop in the world. The largest brands print here, and I'm giving you guys the first look. Like, I'm risking my life. Can you guys show us this? This is the largest screen in the world, bro. Well, how big is that screen?
That's a Matt question.
Matt question.
Very question.
Matt, how big is this screen?
The big one up there is 30 by 40, and the other one I think is like 4 feet by 5 feet.
Where's the machine to print that, or is it a manual?
We have a 18 color machine down there. That's the only one that's big enough to fit the big screens.
Dude, you have beautiful eyes, bro.
Thank you.
Like, you look a really beautiful guy. That shit is crazy. Everyone that's asking like, who does the oversized Wumbo prints? All-purpose branding. But I will say it's not cheap. They have to custom make this screen, and it's like a lot slower of a process probably.
You gotta pay to play, and you gotta fulfill your orders. Fulfill your orders.
Can you show us some other stuff?
Yeah.
Without snitching on yourself, what are some of the craziest brands or licenses or things that you guys have printed here?
I've seen a lot of cool shit come in. Like every day I come in and be like, damn, a very big name came through here. I can't even mention her.
This is
It's
the
a woman. It's a woman. If I say the wrong word, yo, her team would be biting my ass right now.
You see, I'm risking
Yeah.
this guy's job to get you
know?
guys the content. Like they can't even disclose it. It's
We work with a lot of labels too. So
Labels, record labels,
Yeah, record
wow.
labels. We do a lot of. I don't know. We can talk about this. I don't think that's something.
Don't incriminate yourself. We're with the feds today. We do not condone self-snitching on the internet. That is not a good behavior to do.
We got some of this right here. We're gonna blur it out. We're gonna blur it out. We're gonna blur it out. Blur it out right there. You can't see what that is.
Oh shit, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Bro, this is tough. Oh, you guys did heat press on the back too. Wow.
Yeah, some shit in here, man. Some shit. I don't even know if this even is this. I don't know if this is significant.
I mean, you definitely shouldn't post this.
We can have this talking for days of like who's been in here. It's sitting boxes that's just sitting around. Armin is like, yo,
How did you get the accounts?
having great relationships, man. Doing good work and being right by people, you know?
What is this, the creative office?
Yeah, it's a creative space. That's where we let me see if I can pull some shit out. Yo, I got Superline wholesale right now. You mind if I show them some samples? Alright, I just don't. Yeah, I just don't want to. I don't want to. You know, I don't want to put anything on video. That. Let me call you right back. Bye. He said, "Show whatever you want." He said, "Show whatever you want."
He did say that, but we'll
He
still.
did just say that. We're gonna still be. This is Huff.
Bro, you're dying to self-snitch on yourself. I'm literally telling you don't do it, and you're over here doing it.
This self-snitch is crazy. He said, "Show whatever you want."
I just told Tuesday he cannot help himself. He cannot stop self-snitching on himself.
Man, self-snitch.
We are just trying to give you guys as much free game as we can and give you guys to the resources. So like, if the biggest brands are printing here, this is the biggest screen print shop. This is how it works.
Hold on, wait, off camera. Is this too much? Is this?
Bro, he says off camera, but then he knows the camera's running.
Off camera.
That's tough.
Off camera.
The universe will bring us to Armin when it's time, but Armin is busting a mission. That's the guy who runs this, I guess?
Yeah.
He's the Godfather.
He's the Godfather.
Is he Armenian?
He's definitely Armenian.
So he's
With a name like Armin, I would expect him to be Armenian.
That is true. That's like being like Korean. Though, never mind. I don't want to even go down that rabbit hole. Watch out, Sam.
Watch out. You gotta... Oh, this is Josh. Yo, Josh, stop.
What's up, bro?
This is my boy Josh. Tell him what you do, man.
I run the receiving department, you know what I mean? Like making sure everything is counted in, making sure we got the right blanks, making sure the right blanks are assigned to the right artwork, making sure the right artwork is assigned to the right POs, making sure that everything's getting shipped out on time, making sure everything that comes in is what's supposed to be here and what's not supposed to be here.
You don't want making sure the play go through. You hand to hand, you doing the transaction.
I'm just basically making sure that the cattle is rounded up, you know what I mean?
I think this is how we're gonna ride out. I'm gonna go up and we're gonna dip. You feel me?
All right. None of this is scripted. You can't make this up.
This is A.P.B every day, bro. We have fun with it.
Maybe a little too much fun. That was a little dangerous right there.
But he's gonna make sure that's how your work is gonna come.
Bro, that is crazy. He
Yeah.
is nice with the. He is
Nice.
nice with the
He's
machine.
coming nice.
This is the guy, guys. This is Batman right here. This is the only guy that'll go to fucking ISS show in a fucking leather jacket. Like he walking out of Delilah's. Just the casual.
Get him, my boy.
Casual sub, bro.
You out here?
I'm good. How are you?
Hell yeah, I'm great.
When did you get your hair cut? It's always fresh.
Really? Low-key, my car wash guy, he cuts my hair too.
No way.
Right here, he cuts my hair. Ask him.
It's a 2-in-1.
So you got a 2-in-1?
We call him Same Guy LLC.
Same guy.
Yeah. Car wash haircut, $100.
Sometimes there are people in life that are meant to have the camera on them, and this is one of them.
No.
Before I call him, he's like, "I'm busting a mission." What does that even
We can't
mean?
even talk about the mission.
We
right
can't.
now.
We're not incriminating ourselves.
We got shit going on, you know what I mean? We got motion. All right, look, I'm gonna show you something real quick. Hold on, look at this. We just did Desto's Webster shit. Here, look at this.
This is crazy.
We finished it yesterday and it's in Florida. It was in Florida yesterday.
If somebody wanted like something like this, right? Let's say they wanted to have the all over print. What's the minimums and how much?
I'm gonna ask for like 500 pieces. Something like this. So you got the jumbo on the front and then you got another jumbo on the front. So this doesn't happen in the same placement. So the lightning bolts get done in one hit.
This is the Wumbo and then this is the jumbo.
Literally, yeah.
They're stacked on top.
Type shit.
Which is this like 500
This, this is gonna cost 500 pieces, not including the blank. You're gonna be at around like $26, $27 per unit, just for the printing. Front and back, and then like, little finishing, little, screen print neck tag, $27, $28.
So you've seen the crazy Wumbo prints, and maybe you don't have that bread to put up 500 t-shirts at $27 a print. Well, guess what? I have a solution for you. Kittle. Kittle makes creating t-shirt designs effortless. With AI-powered tools and thousands of ready-to-use templates and non-destructive text effects, you can bring your idea to life in minutes. No steep learning curve required. Literally, anyone can do it. The best part is you could do it in your browser. You don't need to download no programs. Hit the link in the description and see why every single designer is using Kittle. We stay giving y'all free game. Use Kittle to cook up your t-shirt designs. Quick, easy, and fast. Now, let's get back to the video. How'd you get started in this space?
Man, that's a crazy question. By the way, 10 years next week.
Wow, congrats.
All-Purpose Branding turns 10 years old next week. It's been a crazy journey, man. I started it with a camera, just like you boys, shooting all kinds of artists. And I liked artists and I liked clothing, you know what I mean? So that's what I shot. People were like, yo, bro, you should do like weddings and stuff. It makes so much money. And I'd be like, hell nah. You're fucking tripping, bro. I don't give a fuck how much money that shit pays. But eventually the whole like shooting clothes and stuff, it kind of was like the stepping stone to getting into merchandise production. I've always been a hustler, so I kind of saw an opportunity. Shopify was like kind of like a new thing, 2014, 2013. Not many people were really on it. Not really many people were using it. I kind of pitched it to a couple of homies of mine that I did content for and got an account, got a second account, got a third account, and then started one foot in front of the other, really.
When you were starting, were you just middlemaning the accounts like you were getting the account and taking it to another screen printer.
Literally, man. Like for the first 4 years, I didn't own a single damn thing.
You're a sales guy.
Yeah, I was a photographer / like I knew how to like design on like Photoshop, Illustrator a little bit. So I was helping with that side of things. And then, you know, I would set up the Shopify and then we'd go to sell. And back in the day, like we would sell and then go create it and then fulfill it. So I was spending a lot of time in the screen print shops, making sure like my shit was being done properly and stuff like that. And then the way it happened though, there was this one shop, it was going out of business. All the employees already fucked with me because I was there so much. And I was like, yo, how much? And I bought it.
How much did you buy for?
It was like around $250,000. Basically, that paid for all the machines and
then you take over the lease.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
the monthly. And then what did you turn that 250 into?
Man, this pretty much. I mean,
The world's largest print shop.
We're in 28,000 square feet now, downtown LA, Arts District. We work with some of the biggest brands in the world. It's honestly a little surreal that we're here, and I'm enjoying every bit of it. Honestly, a lot of hard work, a lot of sacrifice, man. Like starting a business, as you know, Eric, takes a lot of fucking sacrifice, man. Like you gotta give it up.
Can you show us the Wumbo pallet?
Yeah, I'm trying to find it. Yo, Matt, where's our jumbo pallets? We just had them out yesterday.
I told Matt, every great print shop has a Matt. Like, Matt's the GOAT.
Dude, Matt is low-key the GOAT. If
Yeah.
you guys even knew what happened yesterday, you see my stories?
No, I didn't. What happened
Bro.
yesterday?
Bro, you guys don't even
What'd you
understand
do? Wait, what happened?
yesterday.
What happened yesterday?
This guy was a superhero yesterday. We had a high-speed pursuit end in our alley.
Oh,
This kid was on a bicycle, literally ran in here, ran over the dryer, running around the machines. This guy was chasing this motherfucking kid.
I thought he was trying to steal our shit.
Yeah. The boys didn't know what the fuck was going on. So this man just literally started chasing in, and at one point they kind of started
He
swapping
turned
up.
around, bro. He was like, "You gotta stop! I'll fuck you up, dude." It's crazy.
Matt fucking sends, dog. Yeah, so this is the Wumbo pallet. So remember the screen I showed you guys earlier? You custom made this essentially.
Yeah, this is
This is aluminum. No company sells this. You made this shit.
Oh yeah, no, this is fabricated for sure.
And then you connect it to
Yeah.
the bottom here, and then you put the big ass screen there so that way you could do the Wumbo prints.
Exactly.
Other screen print shops, they got jumbo print.
We got the Wumbo.
You got the Wumbo, one up.
It doesn't even end on the pallet. You still got to put this on top of the pallet because usually there's spillover on
Yeah.
the design. So you don't want the spillover to go onto the pallet because that's going to damage the next t-shirt.
Yeah.
And then the t-shirt with this goes in the dryer.
Oh, so this is
pretty
like
crazy.
So every shirt needs to have one of these essentially.
Well, you know, we recycle them. So
Oh, okay.
these are going to, they essentially, you know, we use them like a couple hundred times
Yeah.
before we throw them away.
How did you figure out how to make this?
Man, you know, I got a good squad. You know, some of these guys have been doing this for longer than I've been born. They've seen it all. They've seen all the trends come and go. They just know. They just know how to do it. It's obviously on me to like get the answers out of certain people that I know have that experience, but we figure it out. Kind of talking to my team, my managers, my good operators, you know, we kind of like work together and try to say, maybe this is something we can do, or maybe this is something we should pass on, you know. But in most cases, I don't really like saying no to people. And like whenever something that's like kind of sticks out and it's something I've never done before, it's like kind of interest for me, you know, because it's like territory I haven't like charted through. Kind of like doing things like that, you know.
If you could go back to like the 18-year-old version of yourself, you're taking photos, you're doing
Right.
Photoshop, you're trying to learn and grow, right? What's one advice you would give yourself?
Pump your brakes, you know what I mean? Just slow down, because you know I was moving real fast. I got Fast Life tatted on me, literally.
Busting the missions.
Bro, I was crazy, man. I was a crazy ass kid, bro, and I was moving fast as fuck. Like 18, I wasn't even taking photos yet. Honestly, I was still fucking.
Don't incriminate yourself. Yeah,
don't
don't snitch on yourself.
Statute of limitation and all that is very much so expired, but yeah, I would just tell myself to pump my brakes and just figure it out. Yeah, slow down, boy.
Slow down. All you kids out there, slow down.
You don't gotta move 100 miles per hour. Like, stick to one thing and do it really, really well. Don't spread yourself out over 50 different hustles. Stick to like 2, 3 at the most. Out of those 3, hopefully one of them really pops off for you, and then stick to that one, and you'll be in a really good place. Learn everything that you can about it, and try to make it your profession, try to make it your career, and try to make money out of it. And in the first couple of years, if you're not making money, it's all good. You're not gonna have a Ferrari in a year, you know, like the way I thought I was. Like, I would tell myself like 21, if I don't have a Ferrari, I'm a fucking loser.
Yeah.
But it's not true, you know. I still don't have a Ferrari, you know. I'm 35. It's all good.
Guys, this is the world's biggest screen print shop. They work with the world's biggest brands. I'm not supposed to be doing this, but I'm giving you guys the inside scoop. You know we stay giving y'all free game.